Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday, Blues Day in the universe, on the planet, unless you're a day behind or a day ahead. I don't know how that International Day down works. It's crazy. How y'all doing, man? It is a glorious Tuesday. The wife and daughter are off to school. It's just me and you, y'all. We can do whatever we want. So let me know. Throw out some questions. Lord knows I'm going out to see Dune 2 today. Check it out after the show. I'm going to watch Dune again, polish it up with some Dune 2. Come home with that bucket. Knock it off. But hey, speaking of snacks, you know the drill. Grab a drink, grab a snack, but get your hand out of that worm because it's time for the morning mug. My friends, welcome back to the morning mug. Now let's chat. Oh yeah, it is time to chat here on the morning mug. You know the drill. We just kind of hang out, talk about stuff, new releases, box office, Superman logos, all that good stuff. But yo, look, I mean, I couldn't be here without you guys. Who's hanging out? Tiana, thank you. I saw this earlier. Good morning. Happy Blue Ray Tuesday. She's got to work, but hope everyone's having a great day. Yep. Kyle, what up, dog? Says, good morning, Huck. Nothing today. What? Walmart Canada does not have any exclusive steelbooks. Dude, look, let me tell you. I just went into my Walmart recently as well. And like, I swear, when the whole Best Buy thing happened and we all went to Walmart, there was like one little pod section, right, of steelbooks. And it was pretty full. I was like, all right. Okay, I can see this being something. And now it's like everything else. I went there. There was maybe 7 steelbooks sitting in the section. 7. And all ones I had seen before. Nothing new, nothing special. I'm like, okay, so we're not this is what's happening everywhere. And it's pathetic because I thought Walmart was our one saving grace for physical shopping, but I don't know. Certainly not mine. I'll tell you that. Hang on. What is okay? The production person, you got to have better headroom, Huck. Hold on. There you go. You guys know you got to. It's called headroom. You got to have this much headroom right here. That's good TV. You don't want your head down in the middle of the screen. You know, definitely don't want your chin at the bottom. Looks like your grandma's doing Zoom. Hi, kids. How's everyone? Like, Grandma, I can't see your head. She goes, oh, and then they get lower. You see top of their head. All right. That's enough Hollywood talk. Let's get on to it. Collector Movie Man. What's up, Dave? Says good morning. Hey. Johnny, what up, cool kids? It's cooler now that you're here, brother. Saw you and Bob chowing down some pancakes, bro. That looked delish. Good morning to you, Huck. Thanks, Adrian. What is up, my friend? Howdy, hey. So did you enjoy my terrible accents yesterday on my fake bands? Tiger Blue is here. What's up, Tiger Blue? Hey, Huck, everyone in chat. Look, speaking of, in case you hadn't seen it, I did sort of a live, like a premiere, if you will. So it's basically like doing one of these StreamYards, but it's a pre-recorded piece. And it was this one right here. It says my top 10 fake bands from movies and TV. It was tons of fun. I had a bunch of you guys tune in live, and I just, chatted with you as it went along. And it was super fun. So please go check that out when we're all done here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So you gotta let me know your favorite fake bands, fake fictional bands. Brent is here. What's up, man? Good morning, Huck. I was shocked to wake up this morning to see a $175 Killer Clown bundle sell out. That's got to be the quickest bundle to sell out. People love pins. So look, let's talk about this Killer Clowns right now. So I missed them, right? So I didn't even know. Here's the thing. Because I was prepping for the premiere, kind of running around, everyone was sort of texting in Instagram that it was selling out. But I didn't have my phone in my hand. I had the silent thing on. And so while everyone was talking, and the video is only like 22 minutes long, 20 minutes long, by the time it was over and I finally found all the chats, they were gone. So I was like, oh, all right, well, I missed that train. And I try to tell myself, Brent, I don't know if you guys like this. So it's like, it would have been nice to have the Killer Clowns Steelbook. I don't know, but at the same time, I feel like, I don't know. Like this year has been a real pullback for me, I think, because one, I'm pretty much, I got this room to myself, but I'm out of space. And I'm trying not to let FOMO kick in. I just kind of like Killer Clowns. Actually, like if you watch my Halloween videos, I like the merch of Killer Clowns more than I like the movie Killer Clowns. It sounds weird, but I just love the merch. I love how colorful it is. I like the cartoon versions of the clowns. I think they're very creative, imaginative. I would love for somebody to make a cartoon using those Killer Clowns. So, I mean, technically, I am happy with my Blu-ray. So, if I don't end up with the 4K, it's not the worst thing. And I got to convince myself, it's not the worst thing, Huck. You don't have to have the 4K. And, look, it's an older, not well shot movie. I'm not sure what 4K is really going to do for that movie. Do you know what I mean? Anywho, that's what I'm telling myself. Hello, buddy. How are you, darling? Hi, Huck, and all you beautiful people. Got my coffee, cornflakes with blueberries. All right, so I got since I'm going to go see Dune, I had to get a sci-fi mug today. So I got my iced tea. But yeah, cornflakes and blueberries. Let's go. Sounds crunch-tastic. Has Sue headed out already? Wilkie, what is going on, my friend? Morning, all. Tiger Blue saying hey. We're getting some hazing. Craig's here. Ben Buster, my partner in crime last night. Ben and I were on Mega Mike the Movie Man's channel. We did Split the Room, trying to convince people if movies were funny or not. Ben and I did not convince people very well. I have to go back and see it. But I tell you, there was some good play in there last night. It was, I would say it was very fun though. It was fun. We laughed a lot, and that was cool. But man, that game's weird to play. It really is. Fish. Good morning, Huckster. Morning, Muggles. What's up, yo? Tony, what's good, man? Good morning, Huck in the chat. Sean, how are you, man? Sean, good to see you here, bud. I feel like it's been a while, but welcome. Saying hey to Tony. Smirk is here. What up, Smirk88? Bringing in some heat. Great Split the Room on Mike's channel. Yeah, I know, right? It was pretty fun. I didn't do much splitting, but yee. Let's see. Bonnie, Tony P. Hey there. How y'all doing? Well, I'm doing good for sure. Hi, Ben Buster. I think you were on that show last night. Yes, we were on that show last night. Split the Room. The one and only Johnny. Hello, Huck. Oh, I got that again. I'm still doing good. Corey, Johnny, getting some amazing. Collector says, hey, Huck, did you see that American Sniper is available for pre-order on Groove? I hadn't seen that yet. I hadn't jumped on Groove this morning, but that's good to know. So, hey, John, hey, Tone, hey, Greg. I got getting some hazing. You go, how are you, darling? Try to remember. It's like, Merha's here. So I have to do word association now, Merha. That's the only way I can even remember things nowadays. I'm lucky to remember my dog. I just look at him and go, my dog is Money. What up, Cash? See, you got to do it. I feel like I'll forget my own name tomorrow. But it is wonderful to see you. Hisham says, do you know anything about Dune 84? Well, I mean, yeah. Like I know of the movie and I've seen it, and directed by David Lynch. Unless it's the director's cut where he pulled his name off and it says directed by Alan Smithy. So you don't want to see that version. Stars Kyle MacLachlan and Sting and Patrick Stewart. Yeah. Saying hello to Merha. So I saw Doom Part 2 in IMAX yesterday. There was a couple of things I didn't like, but overall had a blast. So since I'm going today, Tiger Blue, hold on, just wrecked my voice here. Would you say IMAX is the way to go, or should I do the Dolby, the Dolby Atmos theater? I don't want to do the fourth here. I don't need to be moving around like it's an amusement park ride, but it's either got to be IMAX or that I don't know. Yeah, I feel maybe IMAX is a way to go. Saying hello. I'm going to be rewatching Dune 84 on my Arrow 4. Okay, cool, man. Love that version myself. I got to see that again. I remember liking it. I didn't love it just because it was like kind of hard to follow. But the new one, see, a lot of people dog on this one, but I loved it. I watched it with my wife and we were like, dang, that was good. You know, I mean, again, it's polar. I think some people love this movie and some just kind of like it. I don't know many people that say they just didn't like it, but I think they're just like, it was okay or love. Where do y'all stand in the new Dune? FYI, Orbit still has still but for Killer Clowns. Oh, do they? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Orbit. Brent, look at you. Just why are you making me spend money? Why you gotta do that? Why? Well, what? All I do is bring joy to the world, and now I gotta go spend money. I mean, I don't have to. Let's see. There's the Killer Clowns. There's the 4K pre-order. Killer Clowns. Let's see. Damn. I'll be, y'all. I'll be darn, y'all. Look at this. Shh, don't tell nobody. And nobody heard it. Yeah, it's only the thousands of people watching my show this morning. But here it is. A shablam. Right? So there it is. Pre-order Killer Clowns, $36.99. Boom. Add to cart. All right, so that's all we got to do. Right? It didn't even add to cart. Look, it didn't even want me to add to cart. Oh, stop before you check out. Please be aware the orders title will not ship till release date. Yeah, we know. All orders okay. Yeah, we know. All right, cool. Well, let's see. We're going to put it in the hands of the fates. You know, I'm not going to buy it while I'm online, but that's good to know. It's good to know. As I look over here and go, hey, why don't you guys just talk about something for 1 minute while I check out this thing? What's going on? I might be or might not be logging into Orbit right now. Don't tell anybody that I'm logging in. But you know, how you guys doing this morning? Okay, let's see what happens. All right, look, I'm just saying, it's not like I'm gonna go through with it or hit purchase or hit ship or anything, or not that I'm doing it right now or anything of that kind. PayPal. I mean, and it wants me to use PayPal. And not that I'm on here, you know, clicking on it and telling it to go to my PayPal. I'm not doing that like at all. You know, I know you guys can't see, but I mean, there's no way I'm logging into PayPal while talking to you guys and receiving a text message on my phone, which I didn't leave in this room, but, you know, luckily I have my iPad right here. And not that there's anything on my iPad I need to be conscious of. Crap, where did I put my phone, y'all? Oh, well, I need a code and it's not going through. Well, all right, we're going to put it in the hands of fate then. Thanks a lot, PayPal. Where's my code? Oh, well. I don't want to leave the room just to go do this. You killer clowns, you. Not going to get the best of me. But Brent, haha, look at you. Okay, Tony says, Basement Blues, it's scary good at lying. I know. I wouldn't want to play poker. Dude, he's got that poker face. And also, too, I tried to kind of guess where he was going. So I would sort of vote, not with my heart, but with, you know, you also want to vote so you're not giving people points. That's the point, is you want to figure out where they're headed and if you can counteract that. And every time I tried that, I failed. So I ended up giving Tony points on that. I think every time I tried to go against it, I gave Tony points. Yeah, I normally. Yeah, I know, right? W for the win. What's that? 2 Vulcan hand signs. Tiger says, hey, collector man, did you change your avatar? Mira says, haha, it's yeah. See what I did? I already blew it. Hi, yeah. All right, so now we're going to do it like this. Every time I see her, I just want to go, ha-ha, what up, girl? Give her a karate chop. Yeah. Next week, we'll see whether I laugh or I karate chop when I see your name. I'm like, yeah. See, that's what I thought I'd always been saying. See, guys, when you get older like me, you forget everything. This is the beauty is, see, when you, the bad, the good and the bad is I have very short-term memory. And also movies, if it's been 20 years plus since I've seen a movie, it's like I'll be seeing it for the first time. Because if you go, hey, what's that movie about? I'm like, well, like Dune. Like I just told you who's in Dune and all that. But I couldn't really remember the movie that much. So watching stuff again is yeah. Yeah. See, I'm gonna give you a hug though. I'm sorry. I blew that. I was like planted in my head. See, the pressure comes on, right? And you kind of choke. And then my brain couldn't remember which way to go on the spot. But you know I love you, so please don't go anywhere. Stick around. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, by the way, and Maria and I look. She sent us a code for the holdovers, and we're still holding on to that sucker because we tried giving it away last week, and like nobody wanted it. So we got to figure out how to give that away, Maria. How do we give away a high quality code for the holdovers to some fans? Maybe we got to do a night show. Get a night show going. Get more people in. I'm trying to figure out some stuff to trade today because you spent $700 on your credit card. Dude, slow it down. Sound like Ken over mid-level media. Spending a fortune. 100% IMAX. All right, dude. I'm in. You got me going. I think I'm trading in my Columbia Pictures Volume 2 set. Wow. Get close to $250 for it. And with 4 of the movies. Nice. That's pretty good. What makes Dune Part 1 into a really masterpiece? What makes them? Well, I mean, it's going to be the director, Denis Villeneuve, because he just crafts stories really well, uses great cinematographers, special effects, actors. Oh, he's got some secret sauce in that guy right now. You know, it's like a young Spielberg. You know, he's just got some juice in him. You know, who knows as he gets older, maybe he'll start doing different kinds of films. But right now, he's kind of doing these spectacle pieces, which not a lot of people are really good at. I think him and James Gunn is another good spectacle filmmaker. So yeah, can't wait to see a Dune 1984. Takes a few watches to appreciate. Yeah. So that means I need a few more watches before I'll appreciate it. So here we go. Did you see my Dune 4K steelbook that close? The glows in the dark. Yeah, I saw that. That's a funny. Walmart's like, okay, what can we do? Let's just make these glow in the dark steelbooks. Oh my god! See again, I have this. I don't need the glow in the dark steelbook. Look, I did a video recently. Like, is it collecting, double dipping, or duplicate? Or what is? What did I even put? I can't remember. Duplicate. Wow, can't remember. See, yeah, I can't even remember what my own video was that I put up like 3 weeks ago. What's the title? Anyway, it was like collecting versus double dipping versus something. You guys let me know. Maybe you saw it. And to me, that just falls into double dipping, right? Because I don't need it. I'm not such a super fan that I need like all these collectibles. Because the question is, if I get that, is it then just considered a collectible that I keep wrapped up? Because I'm not going to open it, because I'm going to open this and watch the movie out of this. I'm not going to crack open the steelbook. I mean, why? Because I already have a version I can put in and watch. All right, so let's go. Dune Part 1 I thought was good when I saw it, but very good on a rewatch. Ooh, Part 2 is better. Oh, I know. People are saying Part 2 is like Best Picture stuff. So I love that. So since I like this a lot, I'm going to try to watch it again this morning after the show and then head out and see the first showing I can on IMAX. I know it's almost 3 hours long. With trailers, it will be 3 hours. What up? Meta is down. Is it? Boo. What's up, Van Gool? How you doing anyway? Hisham. Hey, everyone. Van Gool says you're going to see Dune Part 2 tomorrow night. Right on, Van Gool. We'll chat about it next week. See what we thought. Star Wars, Star Trek. Got new competition now, and it's Dune. Well, yes and no, because I think once they're done with Dune, that's going to, I mean, Denis, I don't think he's going to go beyond this piece of Dune. He's not going to keep making like Dune his career. So, but as far as science fiction goes, to me, I'm a big sci-fi nut. So, pardon me, the more sci-fi, the more great sci-fi, the better. So toss it in there, man. That's right. Toss it in there, Hisham. Tony completely fooled me with his take on Napoleon Dynamite. Oh, dude, right? He hated it. Bought the special edition. Turns out he loved it. He loved it. So much so that when he reversed and said he actually liked it, I didn't believe him at first. I know. He was too convincing. Star Trek is great, but we need some different Star Wars movies. Dude, like, where are the Star Wars movies? Like, Disney paid all this money. I get it. People were polarized with the last 3 movies. Whatever. Get back on the hump, man. Like, get on the train and make some more movies. All we're getting are some of these Star Wars shows that, in my opinion, are letting me down more than winning me over. I thought, like, season 3 of Mandalorian, whatever, it was so boring, y'all. I mean, if you liked, again, like I say, if you liked it, that's great. For me, it was just him walking around because he took his helmet off. You're not a Mando anymore. So the whole season is the arc of him going to take a bath, get his face wet, come back, and now he's redeemed. God, that's the plot of season 3. Horrible. Anything, all the stories you could tell. So there's that. Ahsoka, I don't know. Like, she just stands like this all the time. I love Rosario Dawson, but man, bring some personality. What's happening, if you guys know it, so let me know if you feel the same way. When you're watching all these Star Wars shows now, everything is so serious. Like, there's no levity. Without Grogu, like, thank God for Grogu, because he gives you some of that comedy stuff. You know, he's like, it's like tossing in the droids in Star Wars. If you don't have a nice blend of drama and levity, you just get bored. Everything is, it takes itself so serious. Like, this is a far out space adventure. Let's have some more fun with this, man. So that's what I'm hoping for also with the new Superman. In fact, now that I kind of teed myself up on that, let's go look at this, because I want to chat about it. All right, so yeah. Hang on. Got to switch over to it. Here we go. All right. So there is the new Superman logo. If you haven't seen it, this is what James Gunn has put out there. And I dig it. So if you're not in the know with Superman, this logo was taken from an amazing comic book called Kingdom Come. It's one of the best comic book limited series I've ever read. A friend bought it for me for my birthday once, and I was like, oh, cool. You know, he knows I love DC. And wow, what a page turner. Just boom, boom, boom. That was so freaking good. And so this is kind of what our boy Corn Sweet is going to look like in the suit. And what's kind of cool about it, just kind of being like slashes that go across, and they don't even have like the bottom slash really cutting across, is it really doesn't look like an S anymore, which is cool. Because now, if they keep the whole, it's a symbol of hope. That's the one thing I liked about Man of Steel, is he said it's not an S, it means hope on his planet. And if you look at the Christopher Reeve one, his dad, Jor-El, he's got the S symbol, but they don't really say what it is. That's just the House of El's crest. So for them, it wasn't a symbol of hope. It was just what his house symbol was. And so now, without it being in your face, an S, you get a little bit more like that could be a symbol for hope, if they even lean on that. But here we go. So here, I'll pop it down in the corner here. So here is on the left, the Kingdom Come Superman. It's got the black in there. There's the S. There's just a tiny little nub at the bottom there on his, well, almost not really. But Brandon Routh got to come back and play Superman, y'all. I loved Brandon as Superman. I thought he got hosed to play the character 3 times. I would love to have seen him really. I mean, it's because Bryan Singer just gave him a rehash of Superman the movie. In the first movie, it didn't win audiences over as something fresh and unique and different, because I really think that he had the charm, the charisma, and the frighteningly eerie similarity look to Chris Reeve. But there he was. He got to dress in the suit again for Legends of Tomorrow. Well, the whole crossover, actually. And he got to put the suit on and play this version, and it was awesome. So let me show it to you again. So there's the Alex Ross. Alex Ross is the artist who painted all of these things. He's just amazing. He's one of the greatest artists I've seen in all of comic book. But there's the shot, and then here's the shot of Brandon actually on set with the suit. Now, as you can tell, it's got the black inside the S. And when the show ended, like when Brandon, he got his little flyby, you know how Chris Reeve, he's got the flyby when he winks at the camera and flies off camera. Brandon did that at the end of his movie. Well, he also got to do that in this costume, and then they put the yellow inside of it for that moment, because the black the black sort of symbolizes like all the darkness that Superman has gone through, and then at the end to put the yellow back in is cool. So it's nice also that the Corn Sweet movie is starting off with the yellow in it. And the movie's got to be fun. It has to have joy. It's got to have all those elements that make Superman Superman. We can't go back down that Man of Steel train, right? We've already done the Zack Snyder version. It wasn't well received across the board. So there's no point in mimicking that at all for this version. So I'm pretty pumped to see James Gunn's version of this. They've already started shooting. So next year, you're going to see some Superman. I'm pumped. I wonder when. I hope it's the summer. I hope it's not, Christmas of next year, because that really is in 2 years from now. So, but there you go. Excuse me. Hold on. Pardon me, y'all. My voice still has a little residual when I talk a little too much, from my laryngitis and sickness from 2 weeks ago. It'll start to build up and hit me. But I'm good, though. I'm feeling good and everything. Let me go ahead and get that off of the screen. Okay. Just setting up our next thing, y'all. All right. Dune is good because we have Hans Zimmer. Dude, I heard that is an amazing soundtrack. I can't believe now. And the thing is, Dune, this Dune here, I had to watch at home because this was during the whole COVID thing and wasn't really ready to go out. And you could see this on Max. So we watched it on Max. So this will be my first Dune in the theater, and I am super excited. Upgrading. Thanks. Thank you so much for remembering. Yeah, upgrading. That's the third thing. You see? Gosh, y'all. It's amazing. I looked at Superman and remembered the character's name. I was like, here's this guy with a thing on his chest. It's all right. It's all right. I'm not losing it yet. You look like Buck. How many times are you going to say that, Ken? Kev? I'm going to call you Ken now. Let's say you look like a dude named Ken. Huckster, good morning. What's up, Laren? Howdy. Hey, man. What do you expect from Superman? That's so funny. I just talked about that. All right. So, yeah, I've put a pin in that. But now what do I expect? Actually, and it's no longer called Superman Legacy. James Gunn decided to just call it Superman, which is fine, I think, because Legacy is the name of a comic book. And it might be that whatever story he's come up with has no connection to that kind of story. So just start it off as Superman. That's cool, plain old Superman. Like Batman had to go with Batman Begins because we had Batman 89 just called Batman. So yeah, so this will just be the first movie called Superman without Superman the movie attached to it. So that's cool. I'm keeping the Steelbook, but I'm getting rid of the slipcover version today, and I already pre-ordered the Steelbook of Dune Part 2. Nice. Are you looking forward to the Dune TV show? Oh, that's got to be starting this year. It's supposed to take place in between 1 and 2. TV show. Actually, I know nothing about that TV show. It can't star these same people, right? There's no way. All the people that are in they couldn't afford to make a TV show with the. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I'm gonna have to look into that, bud. Hey, they made enough Star Wars movies. Well, I mean, for them, they haven't because they paid billions for the franchise, and you can just keep going, but like make new stuff. Don't keep trying to attach your stuff to the Luke, Han, Leia era. I think we just have to leave that, and it's sort of like Marvel. Like each Marvel is its own character, its own thing. Yes, they all come together in some grand plan, but when you're watching a standalone Thor movie, certainly like 1 and 2, they don't relate really in any way. Like the 3 Iron Mans don't really relate to the bigger pictures. They're just kind of their own thing. So I don't know. I don't mind new Star Wars movies if they're good. They're good. I think we want anything as long as it's good, right? It seems like a superfluous thing to say, but is Perry White introducing in Superman Legacy? Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, it's a young Clark Kent and Lois Lane is in there. So yeah, we're gonna get a Perry White. He might have been in that. There's a cast photo. I don't have it in front of me, but I want to say Perry White's in that. I know we got Lex Luthor again. See, that's the only thing I worry about is that I'll come back to you there, Collector, is having Lex again. Well, Lex has been in every reboot, if you will. He was the villain in the Brandon Routh. He was villain in 3 of the 4 Chris Reeve movies, and now he's going to be in this one. I hope he's more of just like a world building character, just to kind of antagonize Superman. But I really want there to be a substantially different villain in this movie, whether it's Brainiac, Bizarro, something, Lobo. Give me something different for him to fight. Again, it's got to be good. It's got to have joy. It's got to have all those elements that make Superman Superman. We don't need the Dark Knight elements in Superman. We've tried that. We've done that. So, yeah, see what happens. Hold on. I forgot to read. The only Star Wars show I liked was Andor. Yeah. I thought Andor was good. A little walkie-talkie, like a lot of those movies, like Mando, people just walk around a lot and walk and talk. So yeah, hey guys, it started filming yesterday. Where's the rest of the Superman logo? It's underneath the point, Michael. Right? It goes and then it's tucked under. You can't see it, but that is the logo. That's the Kingdom Come logo. Dimension. And by the way, if I didn't hail enough, Subdimension, I don't think I gave enough of a shout out to you, but there you go. Bangool. The logo is not an S. It is a river of hope. Exactly, right? That's what I'm saying. It's no longer the S. I like that you say it's a river of hope. Is that how they described that in the comic? I don't recall that. I can barely recall my own video from 3 weeks ago. Hey, Adrian. Dimension. Yep. Hey, Laren. What's up, everybody? Dude's here. Don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, kung fu that. Yeah, that thing. See, I'm on it. I got it. Unless you're just messing with me, right? And then next week you're going to tell me it's ha, and then my brain's going to explode. I'm like, girl, why? Maybe just, I don't know. Oh my God, it's funny. Okay, Vangle says Brandon is a good Superman. I love Brandon as Superman. Absolutely. I think he's the best part of Superman Returns. Lapke. Like get some Lapke in there. Love that. Laren. Cody, how you doing? Hisham says Michael Rooker would be perfect as Perry White. Yeah, I'm down with that. Let's get some Michael Rooker in there. Adrian, I'm doing well. Vango says, says to that person, I agree. Tiger says, hey, dude, great performance. Split the room last night. Yeah, dude, did pretty good, man. It's dominating. Had to step away, apparently. Instagram. Oh, yeah. So I was going to ask if there was something up. I've been trying to log in all morning to Instagram, and it keeps kicking me out. It said it won't take my password. I'm just like, I guess I'm not going to talk to my friends today. So, yeah. Right? Johnny, what's going on? Look, go over there, flex some muscle, dude. You got an imposing upper half. Not like me. I just go over there, fold my arms. And they go, hey, move, pretzel. Right? You just go in there just like a bouncer. Stare at them all funky, and then it's going to go up. Get that Instagram back on, man. Hit that like button. That's the least you can do. Look, Instagram is down, so just get on down there and hit that like button. Pretend it's Instagram when you're logging in. Only this time, I'm here, right? Come on. Eat that, Instagram. Saying hey to Sean. Everybody get some haze in. Hey, caveman. Let's see. Sorry, just a bunch of haze. All right. Johnny says, Corey, calling me John. You know better than that. You gotta be Johnny. Right. Would like to see a Neighbor Superman based on 1950s George Reeves series. Nah, I don't know. Nah, that was 1950s. Craig, I know we're old souls, bro, but yeah, those are not as fresh and funky as the new stuff for me. We're bouncing out the window on a springboard. I was worried he's gonna bang his head on the windowsill. My man. Okay, tell you what, we're just getting a lot of haze here. So let's see. Oh yeah, you have problems with your Instagram too. Boo hiss. Saying hey to Cave. Sean says, I hate working on Tuesdays. Miss starting your day with hug. Dude, I missed you being here, but you're here. So the day is complete, my friend. Your day's going to rock now, dude. Absolutely rock. Speaking about Superman, why does no one recognize Clark Kent, Superman with glasses? Also, Wonder Woman with diamond prints. Cause they're so not those people. It's obvious. Clark is all goofy, even though he's ripped and huge, but there's no way it's the same guy, right? I mean, it's the same reason, like, Batman can wear something like this, and no one can recognize this part of their face, I mean, it's just tricky. I mean, sure, Superman's got his whole head exposed, but you buy that, right? Michael Hubbard, yeah. What's going on, big dog? Agree with you on Lex Luthor. We've had too many movies. Okay, I'm cool. I'm cool that Lex's presence is in Metropolis. I think you need that. I think people be like, "Where's Lex?" The lesser invested Superman people will wonder where Lex is. But if Lex is your main antagonist, again, I mean, this movie is going to have to be like Guardians of the Galaxy great for us to not be rolling our eyes that it's Lex is the bad guy again. And, played by, oh, come on. Nicholas Hoult. I knew it. Okay. Like I had his name this morning. You guys know I do that. I seize up. My brain shuts down on purpose. Glasses are budget friendly. Yeah. Let's see. I wonder how long before we get James Gunn's Bizarro. Yeah, I mean, I hope. I mean, it's Bizarro, right? I think is what you mean. I hope soon. I mean, literally, I hope we don't know who the villain is. I think potentially maybe by having that cast photo and having Nicholas Hoult in there as Lex, that's his smoke screen, right? We've got to not know something. We've got the S, which is great. We know what the suit looks like, which is great. But I think he's keeping the major villain a secret. Like, he's got to know. James is not stupid. He's got to know that Lex is a boring choice. I mean, I love the character of Lex. If you watch Superman the animated series, Lex, I love Lex in that. That's the Lex that I want. That's the kind of presence of Lex that should be in the movies, while also still having all these fantastical bad guys show up. That's the way to go. But I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like, look, remember, okay, our boy Jason Momoa came out praising James Gunn. And I'm sure it's not because he said you're going to keep playing Aquaman. It's got to be because he's playing something that is very exciting to him. And I would still love to think Lobo is what's coming. And I pray that all the people on set don't scoop a secret photo and ruin it online. I mean, it's going to happen. Somebody's going to snap a shot somewhere and post it. And then the mystery will be over. But I don't know. I just feel like the main bad guy isn't Lex, right? It can't. It just can't be. Okay. So, hey. Marriott says I was doing something, but heard my name. Get it? No, it's still yeah. Are you sure? I'll tell you. By the end, you're going to be like, I'm kidding. It's yeah. Yeah, girl. Oh. It's like me and you are sparring. Oh. I love seeing you here. You make me smile when your name comes up. Caveman, how you doing? Yeah, Cave, how you doing? Best Man of Steel, fight. Yeah, I mean, finally, we got to see how Superman really fights. That's for sure. So that was good. I still think, though, the best Batman fight ever put on film is when Ben Affleck pops up through that floor and lays waste to all those dudes. Butchered those boys. That was great. And that's why I wanted to see Ben Affleck's Batman movie. That's the one thing I think out of all that not James Gunn, Zack Snyder, it was all just a mess. It had no thought. It wasn't planned out. Like, clearly DC was so far behind. They put out one movie of Man of Steel and then you rushed the Superman and Batman. And they're the ones fighting each other. right? They're the villains to each other in the next movie, with the exception of, you know, Doomsday showing up at the very end. Yes, Lex is in there again, but he wasn't very threatening. I didn't like that Lex at all. I mean, I like Zuckerberg. This is Mark Zuckerberg. No, that's to do the Facebook. Anyway, that guy, Jesse Eisenberg. See, he's too similar. I like him as an actor, but I didn't like him as Lex. But anyway, I digress. I would love to have seen Ben's Batman movie first, then bring the two together in a little bit more of a team up fashion that is organic. Anywho, James Gunn, he's going to get it done right. Hey there, Maria. I'm going to be singing it like that all day. Maria. Doing good, Adrienne. Cave says, you think everyone would have figured out the face mask, the tan line, right? When Batman's all fighting out like in the desert and he takes his thing off. He's like, oh, crap. I should have worn sunscreen. Right? Some bat sunscreen. Adam West would have that sunscreen on him. Hell yeah. You know that. Eating the Cruisers rules on the dark side. Oh, yeah. Right on, man. Let's see. If Superman against Galactic. I mean, look, I don't know. I don't like making Superman so all-powerful, so let's just go with Galactus. Because Galactus is sort of a planet killer. And I like knowing that Superman is a nicely powered superhero. I don't like thinking Superman can push a planet around. That's too much. It's too much, you know. So let's power him down just a little bit. Oh, not only was he not bad, Caveman, I think Michael Rosenbaum is one of the greatest Lex Luthors we've ever had. Him and Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman has his own sort of style to it, but Michael Rosenbaum is an outstanding, and he got to flesh it out more than Hackman did. And honestly, I think his take, his delivery, his persona of Lex, I think is the best. Like, I love Hackman as Luthor, but the best Luthor character to ever be portrayed is Michael Rosenbaum. I think he's fantastic. Just fantastic. It's a crime that they don't call him to play it. He's got it down. But, you know, people want a different Lex. You know, they don't want the Smallville Lex, because then everybody's like, oh, if you got the Smallville, I mean, honestly, this is the comparison. If people are saying, if you have the Smallville Lex, where's Tom Welling as Superman? That is 100% what people are going to think. So I get it. But we got 7 seasons of Rosenbaum before he kind of ducked out of the show and then came back for the finale. But he was fantastic. And I missed Lex not being in Smallville for those last seasons. It gave man, Bats only came out at day. Happy 2-year anniversary for the Batman movie. Oh, yeah? Is that today? Nice. I haven't seen Justice League. Don't like Zack Snyder. Then I won't tell you. Then see the longer cut then, because if you don't like them, well, there you go. But I did like the longer cut. You have to think of, because the longer cut though, it's a 4-hour event. But if you think of it as watching 4 hours of Stranger Things, that's always easy. I'm like, oh, I can watch 4 hours of that like that. It's more fleshed out. It's better. I would say better pace because it's longer, but it's a better film. That said, I'm not sure how many times I'd watch it because it's so long. Saying hey to Adrian. What? You had to do it. I don't know. I don't know what Sue's going to get. I have no idea. I don't know what Sue's going to get. I don't know what Tony's going to get. Look, all I know is what I don't know.
What's Sue gonna get? What's Sue gonna get? Hey! What's Sue gonna get? And these guys too.
Now the Steelbook crew. Tell him, Sue.
What's Sue gonna get?
What's Sue gonna get? I don't know, but hey! What's Sue gonna get?
I do that just for you, Adrian. I love that you still love that and you still want to see it. It's out of date now, but I can't let you down. If it puts a smile on your face and makes you laugh, well, heck yeah, we're going to do it. All right, let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything other than Hayes. If you guys want to know, again, go watch my fake bands video. That was fun. Okay. Actually, Hisham tells Michael, watch Watchmen. You're going to love it. Let's see. Affleck unfortunately fell off the ladder, which cost him his standalone Batman movie. I know. I look. I think it's just timing, though. I think he should have had it long before he lost it. Do you know what I mean? For sure. Uh-oh, Michael says, I saw Watchmen, found it too long and not memorable. Good visuals, though. Oh, that's something. Me too. I did like the longer cut of Justice League. You have the 4K. In fact, me too. But I never saw the original cut. And look, the original cut, it brightens Superman up a lot. You know, it makes him the color you want in his suit. And thank you, Caveman. You like my Fake Man's video? I appreciate that. And I appreciate you and all of you for being here this morning. It does make me laugh every time you play it. Well, then, man, I mean, how can I retire it? I'll just save it for you then. When you ask for it, that's when I play it. You love the 2009 Watchmen. Nice. Mary Guy says, Huck, your Oscar predictions and your favorites. All right. Well, thank you. A question I can stick my teeth in. So I've watched pretty much everything, which is good for me. I do think that Oppenheimer is still going to win. I don't think the Best Picture's really got competition there. Director either. I think this is Nolan's year. I thought maybe we got, and by the way, if you haven't seen American Fiction with Jeffrey Wright, oh my God, he is phenomenal. He's so good. And also Paul Giamatti and The Holdovers. Excellent. So good. I was kind of predicting that Paul would win the SAG award, who I voted for. That was my vote. But Cillian Murphy still pulled it off. So, I mean, and that is the actors voting for the actor. And they make up a big portion of the voting portion of the Oscars. So I think Cillian's going to win that again, too. I just think, I mean, and it's a big performance in a big movie. Yeah, so I think that's just going to run away. I would like to see, and look, so the supporting actress, okay, so you have Divine Joy, right, from Holdovers, who's great, but also, and again, because I'm putting myself on the spot, I'm going to forget her name, from The Color Purple, that girl, I can't remember, see, because I wasn't so prepared, but she's outstanding. She is outstanding. And when I saw The Holdovers, you know, and you get to that scene, and you know it, the scene, Mary, where she's like in the kitchen and she loses it, and she's good throughout the movie, but as soon as you hit that, I'm like, there it is. That girl's going to win the Oscar. But then I watched The Color Purple, and the actress I can't think of, she played Whoopi Goldberg's part in the movie. Unbelievable. Like, I know a lot of people haven't seen that yet, but that movie is so much better than I thought. I thought, a musical of Color Purple? I thought just the concept was not good, but it's actually pretty darn great. It's on Max right now if you guys want to see it. And help me out if you guys know. Maybe someone's already slathered her name down there. No, not yet. But she's great. In fact, I would say she has more scenes like Divine Joy had, more of them, and she's in the movie, like, has a bigger presence in that film, that personally I think she should win it. She ought to win it. All right, I can't take it anymore, y'all. I gotta just I gotta look it up. I got to tell you her name. Come on, internet out. Okay, unless you guys have already beat me to it. Obviously, you got Taraji hitting in there. Danielle Brooks. Oh, there it is. Danielle Brooks. Somebody beat me to it at the bottom now. So Danielle Brooks is the one. And she's also in Peacemaker, by the way. If you've watched Peacemaker, that's that actress. So Danielle Brooks is, without a doubt, incredible. So to me, that's the race. But I feel like it's not a race. I feel like everyone's already just giving it to Divine Joy. And I hope I say her name right. Yeah. So I think she's just going to get it. But I think not enough people are watching The Color Purple and talking about The Color Purple to make it a race. Because the other ones, they're fine. But I think that's who it's between. But because no one's watching The Color Purple, I think just Divine Joy is going to win that. And supporting actor, personally, I would like to see, Ryan Gosling get it for Ken, but I don't know. I don't know who's going to take that, but I don't want to go through all of them, but I am planning on it. So Mary, yeah, you got to watch. I think my wife says, well, what if we just watch the Oscars and I videotape your reactions as it goes? I'm like, all right, let's try that this year. So we're going to do that. Then I'm going to put them up, try to edit them together as quickly as I can, and then put them up after the show ends. So you'll get to see my reactions, and I'll say as they're announcing them who I voted for and then who actually won. So there you go. All right. Thanks for the question. Haven't seen the director's cut of Batman vs. Superman. It's just longer. Hey, what's up, Eli Cortez? What's up, everyone? Good to see you. Always. Is Galactus right villain for Fantastic Four? Or Mole Man? You know what's funny is Mole Man is the kind of great villain that James Gunn would be good at using against the Fantastic Four. The Mole Man, you got to be a really good director to mess with the weirder things like Mole Man, Ramata. Galactus, no, not yet. I think that's too much for the first movie. So, because to me, Galactus is like Thanos. That's something you kind of build to. If you blow your wad on Galactus right away, it's just like, all right, well, now what? And then you go to Mole Man for the second one. Like, that's backwards. But I would love to see some presence of Mole Man. I think that would be great. I do think really Dr. Doom is probably your best bet, because Dr. Doom is like Lex Luthor for the Fantastic Four, because I think he also would have a great presence in the overall Marvel landscape than any other villain. So, you know what I mean? Like, I just think I want to see a really good Dr. Doom portrayed. But Mole Man, that would be hilarious. Eli says, hey, Hug, did you order your Killer Clowns? No, everything is down. My thing isn't working. But I don't know. Like, my passwords aren't being memorized, so I'm not going to sit here and look them all up, because my luck, that means it'll be sold out by the time the show is over. But whatever, that means I'll save 30, 40 something bucks. Well, we'll chalk it up to fate. I don't mind fate. But, there's so many people that watch my show. How many people watching, by the way? I don't have my show up. For the first time, I don't have it up. So, Caveman, how many likes we got? Who's watching? You're great at that. Johnny says roundhouse kick. Do that, y'all. Or Cody says roundhouse kick. See, can't remember who says roundhouse kick. Cody, I know it's you. But Johnny, you can roundhouse kick it all you want. You can like sucker punch it. Let's see, Caveman, what's up? Michael says, I've only seen 3 of the Best Picture nominees, Holdover, Maestro, Killers. Yep, I've seen all those. Personally, a little bored by Maestro. Didn't care for it. I don't think he's got a chance. Holdover is fantastic. Killers of Flower Moon, absolutely phenomenal. That one, though, look, I'm going to just be honest and say Lily Gladstone winning the SAG over Emma Stone, having seen both, honestly, Lily's good in the Killers of the Flower Moon, but I don't think she has enough scenes in that movie of real, like she doesn't have any Divine Joy moments in that movie, or Danielle, she doesn't have moments like that. She's good. But unfortunately, the movie's done from Leo's perspective, Leo and De Niro. And really, I think this would have been so much better as a mini series, right? Like 6-part thing, so you can really dance around the entire story from the Native Americans' point of view and the Americans' point of view, and just weigh both sides so that you get more of what she should have been going through. Instead, it's just Leo poisons her and she gets kind of sick. And I mean, I really think Emma Stone deserves that award. I don't think, as historical, like Oscar did it last year, like, look at us, look at the Oscars. We gave, Michelle Yeoh the Oscar. It's like, well, it's different. Michelle Yeoh owned that movie, owned it, and also earned the Oscar. So not only was it a milestone for Asian performers, but it was an earned Oscar for Michelle Yeoh. It wasn't a lifetime achievement award like some people feel maybe Jamie Lee Curtis was. So I can get that, but Michelle Yeoh earned it. Lily Gladstone, I think if you give it to her, I feel like that's the Oscars making another diversity statement rather than saying it was the most unique performance. Because Emma Stone's performance was, if you take it from point A to the end, it's just a phenomenally bizarre performance that you're kind of captivated by the whole time. So, all right, that's my rant on that. Killer Clowns just got a 4K. I know, right? Everybody's eating it up, caveman. It's selling out. I watched Godfather 1 and 2 last week. First time since I was a kid. I don't think you're a fan. They're not my favorites, but both are great movies. Yeah, I'm the same. I mean, I'm with you. They're not my favorites, but I do think they're great movies. I don't dislike them. I just think they're touted as best movies ever made, and I just think they're good gangster movies. I think Goodfellas is a better gangster movie. I don't know. I just think they're good movies. And they were certainly before more movies have been made. They really stood the test of time in their time. But they're good. They're good. They're good. Favorite fast food? Now that's a question you can sink your teeth into. Oh, Larry, I'm not going to jump on burgers and all that. And my thing's got to be like a big old fat like Pizza Hut pizza or Popeye's fried chicken. Oh, them is no bueno for the old temple here. But yeah. So if I go to Popeyes, I'm going to break it down for you, Larry. This is how it goes. Go to Popeyes. You get a spicy 3-pack. And then I don't get no fries and none of that. You got to get red beans and rice, baby. Because if Popeyes is New Orleans fried chicken, right? Louisiana chicken. Red beans and rice is a staple down south where I'm from. And I hate to say it. There are Louisiana or New Orleans restaurants I've been to out here. They're awful. They're absolutely awful. I've only been to one good one, and it's a guy who lived in New Orleans who opened it out here. And he had crawfish etouffee. He had jambalaya, and that stuff was awesome. Eventually, he shut down, closed his doors, and moved back. I was like, oh. I went there one time and had crawfish etouffee, and it was absolutely sublime. But you got to get the red beans and rice. And so aside from that guy's restaurant, I've never had good red beans and rice. And I think the Popeyes red beans and rice is really good. So that's what I like. And then, pizza, man. I don't know. Or just, pizza in general. I don't want people like, that ain't Pizza Hut. But like just a good pizza. That's my guy. That's what I like. Yeah, guy, 4K Steelbook, I believe, is sold out. Marriott says, well, the Holdovers and Paul are my personal faves. I'm with you, girl. I saw Poor Things and Emma Deserves the Oscar. You're right there with me. I haven't seen American Fiction, Zone of Interest, Color Purple, Anatomy of Fall yet. Well, I'm right there with you. You and I, we're like compadres, man. I'd like to see Paul win. It's funny because I always do like the Oscar ballot when we play. And what do? Do I follow my heart? Do I check off Paul? Or do I check off Killian because I think he'll win? But Emma, honestly, I'm probably still going to check Emma on my thing because Lily could win. But in my heart, the performance of the year goes to Emma Stone. Hands down. More so than I think when she won for La La Land. I mean, I thought she was certainly like worthy of the Oscar. I kind of forget who she was up against, but I wouldn't say that I feel like she was a slam dunk that year. And apparently, I guess she's not really a slam dunk this year either with Lily winning the SAG. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, right? See what happens on Sunday night. I like Color Purple remake, but you like the original. Yep. Yeah, I like the original too. Unfortunately, there isn't a strong enough female lead in Oppenheimer for it to win the top 6 Oscars. Yeah, I love Emily Blunt, but she's not going to pull that off. Yeah, you're right. Killer Clowns already sold out everywhere. No. Danielle Brooks was great in Orange. Oh, yeah, she was in that too. Man, she's so good. I'm telling you, y'all, if you watch Color Purple, like, I don't see how you couldn't agree how amazing Danielle Brooks is for more of that film. But look, bring it on. I'm happy if either girl wins. I love both. MODOK is still missing. It's time to shine. Okay, man. MODOK. What? Stop it. MODOK, right? That's all we need is more MODOK. Just get a MODOK movie. What's MODOK? MODOK was the bad guy from, well, you probably already said it, from Quantum Mania. He's just the head, the floating head. He was Yellow Jacket, and then when he got thrown into the whatever universe, he became just that horribly CGI'd head floating around in the thing. Right? If I recall right, that's MODOK. 16 likes, 24 peeps. That's pretty standard. Love it. Let's get it up, y'all. You know, I got to hit the even fives. Let's get some 20 or 25 likes. That'd be dope. I only liked holdovers out of the 3. Holdovers is great. Hey, Sarah. What up, girl? Good morning. Thanks for popping in. Poor Things. Weird movie I ever saw in my life. It is weird. It is bonkers. That's why I wouldn't pick it for best movie. No. But I was fascinated by it. I took my wife to see it. We got invited to a screening, and it was great. Hey, Sarah. I didn't like that live stream last night. It's a weird stream, Sarah. The split the room. It's hard to play, and watching it. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to even think what people are gonna vote as. I should have let you answer, guys. Sorry. That's all good. Hey, Sarah says, "Oh, it's Caveman." Marriott says, "Agreed about Lily. She was good, but she didn't have any scenes to show she is Emma Stone good. Emma just shone. The stone shone." Knock it off, Huck. All right. Saying hey to Adrian. Says, "Once Upon a Time in America" is a great gangster movie. There you go. Agreed, Huck. I prefer Goodfellas. Casino. That's on my list, by the way, Tiger Blue. I still haven't seen Casino, but I am taking the 52 movie challenge this year. And I'm, by the way, 100% so far. I'm killing it, y'all. I blew it last year. I saw 1 out of the 52. But every week I have seen one that is of the theme that I'm supposed to watch that week. And I believe I put Casino somewhere, wherever it was applicable, on that list, because I want to see that. Because a lot of people are kind of in the Casino camp and some are in the Goodfellas camp. I don't want to see. And I like Goodfellas. I know Sue out there. Sue loves Goodfellas. That's like her favorite movie. But I haven't seen Casino yet. I like Goodfellas. It's definitely not, I don't put it where Sue puts it. But there you go. But they're all really good movies. All right. Saying hey to Sarah. Hey, Sarah. Let's see. Who is MODOK a villain for? Captain America, Agent Sharon Carter. For AIM, MODOK becomes a recurring foe for Captain America, battling the hero on 3 or more occasions with the 3rd. All right, there you go. Some MODOK schooling there. Encounter revealing the villain's origin. MODOK also battles Namor, the Submariner, and Doctor Doom, and the latter intent on claiming the cosmic cube for himself. Poor MODOK. Popeye's Rib Beans Rice are so good. Laren, dude, let's hook up. Where you at? Look, if you're ever in LA, me and you, we go to Popeyes, sit down, we eat the hell out of that stuff, bro. We'll get a big old, like a large tub of it and just right on, man. This stuff is so good. You go see Dune 2. What will you get? Well, I mean, Van Gool, I got to get the popcorn bucket, right? Come on. Just jam my hand in there. Come on. Who doesn't want to eat out of a worm's mouth? I'll sneak some candy in, though. Saying, hey, nice. Hisham says, is Poor Things got censorship? Did it? I mean, it does have tons of sex and nudity in it. And honestly, I don't know. What is that rated? Hang on. Because that has got to be like the luckiest R-rated movie. It is rated R. Honestly, I've seen things that are considered NC-17, not nearly as filled with sex and nudity as this movie. Like, I don't know. Like, that movie was all over the place. And it doesn't show like full-on X-rated stuff, but I mean, there's lots of simulated sex in that thing. So just the fact that Emma Stone was game for that. She's like, yeah, just drop my robe and let's get to it. I really miss Priazzo. It was a pizza pie, literally back in the late 80s. I feel like it sounds super familiar, Caveman. Priazzo. A pizza pie. Still not seen Poor Things, but I really like it. Should be available to rent in a few weeks. Yes, I think it is going to be available shortly. It may. Well, yeah, it could be right now, but maybe it's not. Tiger, I thought you would hate Poor Things because Lanthimos is such a hit or miss for me. But saw it last night and loved it. Oh, you did? Oh, you probably said that up there already. But yeah, see, I'm just now. I'm glad you like it too. Meta backup. I enjoyed that Fake Man's live stream. Thanks, Adrian. I appreciate that. And so, okay, what did you think of my accent? So I got a British one, right? talking about the little guys coming out, making a fuss. That's hilarious. And then, of course, I get to meet Irishman too. When I'm doing the whole commitments thing, I got to commit to that whole thing totally. And I think it was you. Wasn't it you that said, is that my original accent? Am I originally Irish? You never know, son. Perhaps I'm just faking the whole, like a American thing just to get fit in. Yeah, y'all gotta see if you want to like watch me go on with some bad fake accents. You gotta see it. They're in there. He did The Lobster. Nice. It's unwatchable though. I haven't seen Lobster. Poor Thing sounds like a clothing optional film. Pretty much. Huck, you have to watch Fallen Leaves at some point and see the Finnish deadpan humor hits home with you. By the way, I want to say Marriott gave me a suggestion for Ismo. It's a comedian, ISMO, and I've been watching the tar out of that guy. He is hilarious. Thank you so much for that suggestion. I love getting good suggestions from you guys, and I pounced on it right away after we had finished. I'm like, oh my God, you know my humor. I think you get me really well. So there's a really good chance because I like the crunk, see again, the show I'm talking about. That was really good. Ismo's funny. So I have a good feeling I'm going to try to track down Fallen Leaves at some point. You missed out on the Max Rebo band I like Max Rebo, but not as much as Fargren de Anne and the Modal Nodes. Yeah. I mean, I could have put that in there as an honorable mention, but but see, that's also why I leave some out. Like my honorable mention list was huge, but I'm sort of waiting for people like you, like weighing in with that. Like, that's what I want to see people say. Oh, I loved, Max Rebo in the band. I'm like, that's why I also did that, is I want to see what bands people throw out. Someone also said, because I did Partridge Family, Craig, I think it was you, said, oh, hey, the Brady Bunch also became a band. They were the Silver Platters. Gotta keep on moving on through the night. Right? But I didn't put them in there because, now people can save the Brady Bunch, I didn't want to just list everything. But I love that people are responding to it. It makes me happy. Marriott, some directors are like that. I love The Witch, but hate The Lighthouse. I haven't seen either yet. Try Dogtooth. That was poor shite. Is it me, or did Twisters imply that they want to kill a Twister with Dorothy? Kind of weird direction to go. I don't know. I don't think so. Anything like, did you get that from the trailer? That could be a misleading trailer too. Like the whole Dorothy thing. It's like, there's no way Dorothy's going to have the same presence as it did in the 90s version. They would have some all new technology. I feel like they probably do it at the beginning and then all the balls just get flown out. And it's like, oh, we're going to need something new. I think Dorothy's just in there to hit our little nostalgia feels, and then something else will come up. So yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. Maria, I don't think I want to now. Let's see. Doom Popcorn Buckets seem like the latest American Pie movie. Did you, dude, Caveman, have you seen? Now you, I'm sure I saw this on your feed, on your thing. Like, somebody photoshopped the Dune popcorn bucket in American Pie now. Like, they took the pie off the counter and they put the bucket there. And so Eugene Levy's like, and the kid is like, so he totally had his way with the popcorn bucket. That's pretty funny. I feel like I've seen that on your channel. Yeah. I guess I'm not expecting to like Poor Things. It made it all the more of a great surprise. So yeah, I was kind of the same. I didn't know what I was going to think about Poor Things. Like the trailer was, oh, by the way, also, that is something that deserves costume and art direction. Poor Things should get that. That is phenomenal. Because look, honestly, let's be honest. A lot of period films, like, Elizabeth, or even like Oppenheimer, like, we see those so often. They don't shock you. You don't go, oh, wow, they really, well, of course they can nail those clothes. We've seen those clothes in the 100 years of making films. We've seen that kind of, but Poor Things is an entirely new bunch of wardrobe visuals. So for me, you got to see like those two things. Cinematography, I mean, I still think cinematography is going to go to Oppenheimer, but at least art direction, wardrobe, Emma Stone. Do you give it to Willem Dafoe? I don't know if he's going to win. He didn't get the SAG award. So, yeah. Yeah. Only problem with the top 10 fake bands, it should have been like top 11. It's 11. It should have been 11. But okay, man, I could only do 11 if I made, this is Spinal Tap #1. Then, But hey, I do make that reference in there if you watch it. Joe is here. The honeybees. Help me out. What are the honeybees from? And as soon as you say it, I'll be like, aha. Yes, Ismo and Kunk are safe bets. Then Fallen Leaves, though. The humor's so subtle. I wasn't sure if my son would like it, but he thought he would. And he did. Okay, cool. Let's see. 8 is enough. Also had the band Teen Idol thing going on. Right? They're everywhere. Wait. We just said a clothing optional film best way. Yes, we did. I mean, look. Is there any better clothing than Emma Stone's skin? I think not. I think not. Anyway, it's all Spinal Tap. Thanks, mate. Reminds me of your Holy Grail. You can call me Tim. The Holy Grail is so good. Let's see. I'm from England. Let's see, as you know. Yes, I do know. Yes, and so I'm sure you're laughing at my attempt at your delightful accents. I just love accents. I always go for it. Like that was one of the big things. Like I'll come back to you, Sean. In acting class, I just would always try accents, and so I'd always, if there was ever something that required an accent, I'd always get that part. So just do one of your things. I'm like, all right. I mean, obviously, Southern comes pretty easy. I just tap back into the hometown of Louisiana. So if anybody ever said we need a Southern guy, I could pretty much just walk on set and start talking like this the whole time. Never break accent at all, 100%. But I'm impressed when people can really dial accents on a dime. Sometimes what I try to do also is I try to think of someone specific when I start doing the accent, and I try to keep it in that person so that when I hear it, it's there, right? So but like Australia, yeah. Anyway, start dialing up my accents here. Tiger's laughing. Good, man. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, Sean. Let's see. Have a good day hiking, everyone. Later, dude. Thank you so much for popping in. Spinal Tap is getting a sequel. Is it really? Airheads, right. There you go. See, that's great. That's a good pick. The Honeybees had a smash hit. You Need Us. I love accents too. I love hearing people do English London accents. Now, because I also went there, I did a documentary on the Beatles. We flew out there and we were doing this whole thing. And I'm going to do an impression of this guy. And let me tell you, it's going to be spot on because this guy's hilarious. So his name, I'll give you his name as him. So we interviewed this guy, and he was a former manager of the Beatles. And he sounds like this. Hang on. My name is Alan Williams. I'm the manager of the Beatles. That's right. Back in the day, I was the manager, and the boys were fantastic. We come here to the Jacaranda, and I'm telling you, this is exactly, he had this nasally thing way up here. It's kind of hilarious, and he just keeps going. And while I was there, the bartender comes out and he goes, like, I know it sounds weird, but that's exactly what he sounds like. My Alan Williams. Like, from right there. It's like, but this is what I loved about England so much. So we go to the Jacaranda, which is this pub in the ground. Like you go down these stairs. It is not safe, by the way. If there was ever a fire in the Jacaranda, it's like a brick oven, right? And also when you're there and people are dancing, and they're breathing, the walls start to sweat because people are so hot in there. It makes the walls sweat. It's kind of bizarre. So Tiger Blue, I don't know if anybody, Adrian, if you guys have ever been there, but it's fascinating. So while we were interviewing Alan Williams sitting on his big director's chair, telling us all about how he was the first manager of the Beatles, the bartender comes up and he goes, "Hello, mate, would you like a pint?" And it's like, well, we're working, we all kind of look at our boss like, no, we're working. And he goes, "All right, Americans, half pint." like you're not getting out of here without having a beer. But I love that, like, he calls us, like, and we weren't not having a pint because we're American, but we also are on the clock, so we didn't want to like suddenly say yes to a beer in front of our boss. But when the boss said, all right, yeah, let's go, by the way, this is my boss's impression, he's like, what the hell? So then we all got half pints to start our day, and that was delightful. So, and I went on pub crawls while I was there. Went to the bass facility where they tap it and it comes out super slow, and they talk to you while the bass is filling the cup. Oh my God. And I will tell you this, my beloved Brits, it is, and that was in 2000. Because of that trip, I came home and stopped drinking American beers. Like occasionally I go to a friend's house, like my next door neighbor, he loves Bud. So he always has Budweiser. So, here, Huck, have Bud. I'm like, cool. But personally, when I go shopping, I would buy Bass, Newcastle, obviously Guinness, that was there too. Like I was just so, like, I think Stella, I had Stella there for the first time. Anyway, so all these fantastic imports, for me, were so much better. And so, so thank y'all for it. Now I can't drink beer so much. As I've gotten older, it doesn't, like that and soda, they don't sit with me as well, but that's my jam when I do. The Lone Rangers. Yeah. Marianne Ginger and Mrs. Howell singing for Wow, Joe, that's a deep cut on Gilligan's talent show. That's funny. That's the clip. You can YouTube it. It's Sarah Marshall. Oh, okay. When Russell Brand is lying on the beach, another guy says, "You sound like you're from London," in an improv accent. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. Check out my R-rated movies. I have done tons. Okay. Maria says, I'm a linguist. I love accents and hearing you do them. Yes. Thank you. Well, and these are just off the cuff. So I'm not diving and immersing myself. So hopefully they're fun to listen to. They're always meant to be fun. Hopefully no one's like insulted by my accents, Stillwater, of course, to be one of the best fake bands from Almost Famous. Yes, they're definitely ones I had in contention, but I kind of left them off because I wanted to see how many people mentioned Stillwater. Number 10 was actually between Stillwater and the Wonders, but because the Wonders, I think That Thing You Do stays in my head more than the ones from them. That's why I picked the Wonders as number 10. I love Almost Famous, especially the 4K bootleg. I gotta see that one. Hook. I love you, Alan Williams. I'm a huge Beatles fan. I'm just going to read it as Alan Williams. I'm a huge Beatles fan, and I went to Liverpool ages ago, and I didn't understand when someone asked me what time it was. Scouse is not the easiest accent to understand. Scouse humor. And then you get the real Cockney. So I'm not even going to get there. When I think of Cockney, like I try to start channeling Vivian. Was it Vivian from the Young Ones? But I got to work on that one. It's not this. It's everything is chopped like that. And so I got to watch Vivian a little bit more. That one's a harder one for me. But Vivian puts me into that Cockney, right? You would call that Vivian's thing Cockney, right? Because his was so pronounced. Are you still hyped with MC movies? Hyped? Not so much. I'm more hyped about what's coming out for DC. But hang on, I'm gonna go ahead and put since you said am I hyped, let's just go and see what I want to share with you because the weekend is coming. The weekend is coming. I'm going to see Dune is literally what I meant to say. We're gonna pull up the box office, y'all. So here we go. Now roll it down just a little bit. So Dune smashed it, y'all. Dune 2 smashed it. 82 mil at the BO. That's pretty impressive. And look, let's just check it. So, and worldwide, it's already 182 mil. Hang on, you guys can't. Yeah, there it is. For the first weekend. It's a lot of popcorn buckets sold, y'all. But yeah, so I'm excited. Bob Marley, number 2. Ordinary Angels. This looks good too. I don't know if you guys have heard about Ordinary Angels. So the guy that plays Reacher, Alan Ritchson, he has a wife who's passed away, and he's got a daughter who's very sick. And come on. Hang on. Look, the girl from Hillary Swank. I'm not even gonna look it up. Hillary Swank. Hillary Swank plays this character who just suddenly feels very touched by their story and wants to help this girl receive the medical help she needs. And there's lots of dramatic scenarios keeping them, like there's a scene where they got to go to the hospital and suddenly it's a snow out, like the streets are snowed out and they're stuck and his daughter is dying in the car. And she calls and she tries to get a helicopter out there. And it really feels like a really sweet, uplifting movie. And I love Alan Ritchson. He's so good as Reacher. So that I see why that's up there. It's a nice feel-good movie. And like The Chosen, I guess they killed it with their episodes like 1 through 6 or whatever. So that they just keep putting their movies out or shows out into the theater and they're getting some profit from it. So look at that. Madam Web's still in the top 5. So that's shocking. But I feel like it won't be as of next week. And then you got Migration, Demon Slayer. I'm not even going to try the rest of that. Wonka. Look at that. Wonka pop back into the top 5 or top 10 because I guess people loving some Timothée Chalamet. Argyle and the Beekeeper still at number 10. So yeah, digging all that, y'all. Let's see. What if I switch to here? No, share this tab instead. All right. So while we're here, pardon me, we're just going to get right on to the new releases. Let's go. All right, look. I also want to point out that on the 4th, they said Oppenheimer Steelbook is back out. I'm going to have to look into that. I tried looking last night and there was nothing there. So I don't know what the heck they're saying here. But if you guys have seen the Oppenheimer Steelbook out and about, still out there, re-release, let me know. But personally, I guess, save up for that Killer Clowns. Jimmy Stewart, though, you got The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, the 4K. That's kind of a re-release though. Let's see. Watch out for Over the Edge. Don't know that one. But Vince Vaughn's coming out with the Brawl in Cell Block 99. I hear that's super violent. Derek told me I should not see it because he doesn't think it'll be my jam because Bone Tomahawk set me off so bad. What else we got? Moon Garden, Long Riders, Western from the 80s. They got the whole set of Heroes or the whole series of Heroes on Blu-ray. I love that they did that. I love seeing more television sets come out on Blu-ray. That's super exciting for me. And I might consider picking that if that ever hits a good price. I tell you, well, the thing about Heroes is the first season was amazing. Second season, then Hudo went back into the past. That was kind of weird. It's like, I don't know. That is a tough call because I feel like season 1 was so dang good that the rest of it kind of fell off for me. Saw 10 collection. I'm not a big Saw fan, so I won't be picking that up. I'm just going to scan through these, y'all. It's not a stellar list. You got the 355 on 4K. Kickboxer Steelbook. If you guys dig some Van Damme Kickboxer, I got the Blu-ray, so I don't need that. Like I said, this year is going to be very much watching my P's and Q's, watching my dollars, not just going to pick something up because it's a double dip or a duplicate, something like that. So I have the Blu-ray of Kickboxer, and that's what I'll watch. So I'm good. Oh, Lion in the Winter, though. Ooh, that's a good older movie. If you guys haven't seen Lion in the Winter, that's super good. Peter O'Toole, Katharine Hepburn. That's good. Fistful of Dynamite, Rod Steiger, James Coburn, Cronenberg Shivers. Yeah, for some people. I don't know if I need that one. VHS, little triple pack. Little Monsters is getting a steelbook. I didn't even pick it. If I'm going to pick up Little Monsters, I'll just get the Vestron $12.99 with slipcover. But that wasn't like in my wheelhouse. That wasn't quite my growing up movie, like some of you other people. So I think it has nostalgia for you. I've seen the movie. I just thought it was okay. So still not even sure I'll pick that up. What about y'all? Let's see. Just going to see if there's anything else. You got the Expendables. You got a 4-film collection. Creature from the Black Lagoon. That looks like a pretty sweet steelbook. Again, a lot of repeats that I don't really need. What else? I think that's kind of the big stuff right there. So, yeah. So, what you guys getting? Anything? Y'all heading out and getting you some goodies? I got to know. Tell me what's on your plate. Let's see. Where did I know I hit a star up here. Okay. So, Tiger says in Scouts, you need to master a packet of crisps and a can of Coke. A packet of crisps and a can of Coke. All right. I'll have to work on that. Isimo did a bit about Finnish being sexy accent or not. That's great. Have you seen Auf Wunderschen Pet? Lots of British accents there. No, I have not seen that. Scouse Dame, you're smart. I read that. Excuse me. Damn, you're smart. Sorry, would never call you a dame. Auf Wunderschen Pet was a great show from my childhood. Is that like Wonder Pets? So is that the, with the guinea pig and the duck and the turtle? So because we had Wonder Pets, so Auf Wunderschen Pet, I would say is Wonder Pets. Yeah, well, we played that a lot for my daughter when she was growing up. It was such a weird show, y'all. I think you ought to watch Jimmy Carr live. He can do funny accents. Cool. Auf Wunderschen Pet is so good. So is that Wonder Pets? I gotta know. You're more flexible with me, Huck. No one is more. Have you noticed that Bob and Mike blocked me? Well, Sarah, I don't want to get into that. I don't know if they have or not. So I have not noticed that they have. But yeah, I want to talk about that stuff. Maya says, you're not seen it in a long time. But it was a very good show. Lots of Newcastle accents in that one. And that's why I like, he says, yeah, then Wayne was the Londoner. You have the DVDs. That's why I love stuff like, I love Blackadder, by the way, Rowan Atkinson, and the King, or Hugh Laurie. Oh my God. And then the young ones, I don't know. And a lot of people, I don't know. Some Americans say when they watch British stuff, they have to put subtitles on because they miss stuff. I don't have that problem really. I also haven't really seen Snatch. I think I started it or just put a clip on, but they say even Brad Pitt's like Cockney accent is hard to understand. Like even I think the people on the set were like, what did he just say? Which kind of makes me laugh. So I almost not want to put the subtitles on so I don't understand him. But yeah. Ordinary Angels is based in Kentucky. A true story from someone who went to my high school. Oh, no way. They went to your high school? It's amazing. But yeah, I know it is based on true story. It looks super sweet. I feel like at some point I'm going to see that. I don't know if I'll go to the cinema to see it, but I do want to see it. Very well-known Geordies are Ant and Dec. Marriott says, or Tiger says to her, that's right. His girlfriend was Lisette Anthony, as I recall. Had a crush on her when I was a kid. Oh, look at all these crushes. I had a crush on Gary Holden. We don't know who you guys are talking about. Practical effects or CGI? Oh, practical effects all the way, Hisham. Good question. I'm just a nut for not only practical effects, although I will say a sweet blend, like in the original Jurassic Park, with the T-Rex attacks the car. That is an absolute stunning blend of CGI with practical. But like I love the Rob Bottin's stuff. I love the practical effects from The Thing. I love practical makeup effects. I would rather see actors in makeup than a CG character that you could have just put makeup on. Like sometimes you'll see a CGI character, like the ones from, we'll just say like the ones from Marvel, like right when they come on and I forget their names too, but the one that Black Widow is fighting, that female, right? And then the one that Doctor Strange is fighting in the street that can move stuff. Like those could be actors under makeup. And you can just, put them on the green screen and make them larger. You just make them larger. Because if you get performance out of an actor, you still can't quite get out of a CGI character. Hands down, I think the best CGI emotion coming from any characters has got to be Thanos and the apes from the new Planet of the Apes. Absolutely amazing. Gollum is pretty good, but that was back in 2000. Still great. Actually, I probably would throw that in there too. It's like top 3. Uh-oh, someone's calling and I don't have my phone in this room. I will check it later. Save the cheerleader, save the world. Guess it was too much when they tried to save the world. Save the child. I know. I love that tagline though. So that's from Heroes, y'all. If you don't know, the tagline of the TV show Heroes is save the cheerleader, save the world. That was so good that first season though. Was yucking it up. I remember when Gary Holton died. Oh, yeah, sad. Yeah, Richard Belzer passed away recently too. Auf Wiedersehen, right? Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen, pet. Right, there you go. I'm pumping it. I could tell that was German because Auf Wiedersehen. Come on. It's like, it felt very German. But right. Is that Wonder Pets? It's got to be Wonder Pets. I have not seen Poor Things. I did watch Color Purple. Oh, Sarah, what did you think of The Color Purple? I assume the musical, right? You saw the musical? What'd you think? About English builders over in Germany. Oh. Auf Wunderschön Pets means goodbye. Does it? Goodbye, pet? Oh. So it's not Wonder Pets. Wow, it's not even close to Wonder Pets. All right, cool. Bridge construction workers have to go to Germany to work in the 80s. 70 guys together in a hut. It's fantastic comedy drama. Wow. Okay. Look up Wonder Pets and you'll see what I thought you thought it was. Here, let's just see if we can do. I'll do it for you guys. Oh my God. It's so not remotely the same thing. All right. So when I saw again, Auf Wunderschön Pet, this is what I thought maybe potentially you were talking about. I'm just going to show you the whole page of stuff. So there it is. That's Wonder Pets. These dudes. Look at these guys. Yeah. That's Wonder Pets. Totally not remotely the same show. Let's see. Faulty Towers is one. Oh, I love Faulty Towers. Manuel. Oh my God. Manuel is hilarious. Basil. Manuel and Basil. Oh my God. They're so funny. John Cleese rocks, the silly, not the silly walks, but so he did the silly walks, which is from Monty Python. But then he got so like the Germans came in and he kept doing Hitler stuff in front of them, but he couldn't stop himself. Oh my God. And he just commits. Your description is so much better than mine. Okay. Let's see. Did you write one too? I was writing mine. Spaced. Yeah. The Simon Pegg show. Spaced. Also very good. Huck calling the movie theater the cinema makes me think he sips his morning mug. Well, what are you saying, son? Needs a scotch more sugar. There you go. All right. Are you on Letterboxd? Everybody should be on Letterboxd. Caveman Faulty Towers is considered a British classic. Yes. For me, that and I said it earlier, Blackadder. Blackadder were so good. I worked at a PBS station back in the early days when the Huckster was a youngster. I was the on-air switcher. And man, I'd never heard of Faulty Towers or, Faulty. My God, what is wrong with me today? Faulty Towers or Blackadder. Until I worked there, and man, I was airing them, seeing them for the first time, and I was laughing out loud. I'm like, these are gems, absolute gems. I need to rewatch Dune Part 1, but I don't understand it or the attraction with the original Dune. Yeah. Sorry, wrong number. Oh, that's funny. Oh, it's okay, Sham. Yeah, let's go FaceTime next time. I can just pop you on and we'll talk. Tamaria says, actually, no, but I've been thinking about setting it up as it's great to keep track and see what others are watching. Yeah, Tiger Blue, it's funny because I didn't get like Letterboxd. It took me a long time to commit to it. And then finally, a friend of mine, Andy Sims, he's got a Facebook page, and he was telling people go join that Letterboxd so you can keep track of stuff. I said, what is the appeal? Like sell me on Letterboxd so I get it. And he sold me on it. And really, it's just a great way to log everything that you've seen. You can create lists. Like I'm actually keeping track. You can actually keep track of me watching my 52 movies a week, 52 week movie challenge. So one movie a week. I'm keeping up with it on there. So you can follow that, my progress with that. All the movies I've been watching this year, I'm making a list with that. So it's just kind of a fun way to see what you're doing with your movie life. Yes, she's on Letterboxd. Sarah's on Letterboxd. Yup, look at that. We're on Letterboxd. And y'all, look, if you're on Letterboxd and I don't know you're there, or hit me up today. Just go find me, add me to your thing, and I'll add you to mine. We'll be buds, man. We'll be Letterboxd buds. No Wonder Pets for sure, right? Not even remotely. Although, there was one episode where they put on hard hats and they worked and they made stuff. Totally making that up. All right. Laughing at me. You might have mentioned the Nazi one once, but he got away with it. Yeah. I know. It was just, oh my God. It was so funny. Don't mention the war. I know. Oh my God. It's just so funny. I need to do more ratings on Letterboxd. Yeah, I try to do at least rate everything, and then once in a while I'll actually do a review. I actually finally saw it. Woody Allen's. Oh my God, what is wrong with my brain today? Beat Star Wars. Annie Hall. There it is. God, sorry y'all. Literally, am I just not awake? I literally just wake up an hour before the show, so I don't know. Anyway, Annie Hall. I saw Annie Hall for the first time. Mary, yeah, I know you're a big Woody Allen fan. And I thought it was good. I'm glad I finally saw it. It was good. I wasn't bored by it. Masterpiece. I mean, I guess here's the thing. If you love Woody Allen, I guess you could call it a masterpiece. I like the relationship in it. I like the writing in it. It was fine. But for me, like when I started watching Hitchcock, and I started with like Rope and Rear Window and North by Northwest, I did think those were masterpieces. Those were phenomenal. So for me, this was my chance to get on that with Woody Allen. And I just don't know if Woody Allen per se is going to be someone I think makes masterpieces. Just I think his style isn't that for me, but I did like it. I love Bullets Over Broadway. I think I mentioned that to you, Mariana, and something else that I loved Bullets Over Broadway. I thought that was one of the best things I think he's done. And no one really talks about that movie, but I liked it a lot. I love Cusack. I loved Madonna's in it. So yeah. British comedy and dramas, yes, they are the best. Woody is a better writer than he is an actor. I mean, you know what, Johnny? Maybe that's it, Johnny. I think like Bullets Over Broadway, he's not in that, if I recall. He's not in that. So when Woody's not in something, I find myself liking those movies more. It's kind of like Mel Brooks. I think Mel Brooks is funny, but when Young Frankenstein, I think, is his masterpiece. Everyone keeps saying Blazing Saddles, but honestly, I think Young Frankenstein is a better comedy than Blazing Saddles, consistently so. And he's not in that one, so. All right. Anyway, I got to start wrapping this up. Gosh, it's 9:38. I got to watch this Dune and get out of here. Annie Hall, one of my faves. I'm not the biggest Woody Allen fan, but I love that movie. Put it as my third favorite movie from the 70s. Oh, that's good. That's a good review. 52 movies, 52 weeks would be. Yeah, I know. Wow, you do some quick math, man. So yeah, Vinegar Syndrome. Noise. Laren says, thanks for the cup of pop culture for your lovely cafe. You're welcome. Have a great day, everybody. Cool, man. All right, let me just see real quick. I've talked a lot. I was going to talk about IATSE, but that's just kind of, another union going back to the drawing board. So I'm going to pass on that. I'm just going to say goodbye to you guys. Let me just see one more time how we're doing this here. One of my favorite movies is Woody Allen's Purple Rose at Cairo. I have that on DVD. I'll probably check that out again. Annie Hall was on my list as well, but so was Take the Money and Run. Yeah, I know you said that was a good one. Not seen those two. Mine too. Great stream hug. Thanks, Johnny. Remember to flourish the pinky. Absolutely. I shall, I shall endeavor to keep my pinky forthwith and all that good stuff. Chip, chip, cheerio, pip, pip, and all that stuff. Ha. No, don't go ha. That's not cultured. Have to go That's cultured. Is it though? Okay. Let's move on. Let's call it a day. Look at you guys. Wait, did I just jump up here? Good heavens. I should say. Micah says, I agree that Young Frankenstein is his best. Yeah, I know you got some signed stuff. People in the UK with the BritBox highly recommend Archie 4-part miniseries. Watch them. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Have a great day, Huck. Thanks, Adrian. Thanks, Huck. Great stream. Sorry for monopolizing it so much. No, look, it's conversation. I need it. And if you guys don't say stuff, I got nothing to do. But you gave me lots to do. My goodness, gave me lots to do today. It's 9:40, probably the longest morning mug I've ever had, and it's all thanks to you guys chipping in and chatting it up with me. So thank you so much. Just remember, let's show one more time. Please go check out my top 10 fake bands from movies and television. It was tons of fun. And yes, that is my daughter's guitar, not mine. Look, if it's going to be fake bands, I might as well be fake playing the guitar. It's all fake, y'all. But yeah, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for coming to the mug. I hope I gave you a nice dose to get out and start your day if you're seeing it early with me, or if it's later in the day for most of you. I hope you're having a good lunchtime, close to dinner for some of you as well. But get out there, y'all. Make it a good one, or I hope you've had a great day. As always, until next time. Catch you guys later. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming by and sharing your time with me. So until next time, be safe, be kind. We'll see you on the next one.